I audible, teachers?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Here present respected principal sir, vice principal ma'am, and examination controller, as well as STNC of our school, and my colleagues. First of all, I wish you fine evening to all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Am I audible, no, teachers?
Yes,
Yes, sir, you are clearly audible.
Okay.
Yeah. Please, all other participants, please mute yourself so that session will be conducted easily and smoothly.
So, teachers, as you know that today we all are assembled in this online session for our in-house training. And I, Premlal Mahato, TGT at Social Science, today I got opportunity to explain the profile of today's resource person. And today's resource person is Mr. Dinesh Chakravarti sir. Mr. Dinesh Chakravarti sir, one of the most talented and versatile teacher of our school organization. He played important role in the school for the smooth conduction of discipline, examination, and many other works. So let's start to explain the profile of today's resource person, Mr. Dinesh Chakravarti sir. So Mr. Dinesh Chakravarti sir, he is the founder teacher and examination in charge of the school. He has been nominated as the school training nodal coordinator of the school. He has been teaching in this school since 1st July 2004. He has been master in history from IGNOU. He has done B.Ed from C.V. Raman University, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. He has qualified CTET as well as JTET in class 6 to 8 level. He has more than 18 years of teaching experience, and today we see the profit, or that means what profit of this teaching experience in in-house training. Next, he has the evaluator of social science subject of AISSE for 5 years. He has been the external member of the result committee for tabulation of class 10th board result 2021 for Ashram Residential School, Kuchai, and Railway Inter-College CKP. He played a key role in smooth conduction of class 10th and 12th of CBSE Term 1 2022. He performed one more responsibility in our school, and responsibility is he is the nodal faculty of District Road Safety Committee, Chaibasa, West Singhbhum. So this profile explains the talent of today's resource person. So don't waste the time, and I invite Mr. Dinesh Chakravarti sir to continue the evening session. So Dinesh sir.
Thank you, Prem sir.
Yes, thank you.
For all, heartily welcome to me in this evening session. Good evening of all present here. Respected Principal Sir, Vice Principal Ma'am, and all the dignitaries, educators, and learners. I am here to express my views in this online training session. The topic, Happy Teacher Creates Happy Classroom. It is my great pleasure to get the chance to express my view over this topic. Objective of this session as a teacher, invest some time to get to know your students, make an effort to know each and every one of your students, use humor, use any opportunity to use humor inside the classroom, give praise to the choice and allow time for play, give student a break, allow student to get social. These are the objectives of this session. Now, I want to start this session by the quotation which has been given by Kabiguru Rabindranath Tagore. A lamp can only light another lamp when it continues to burn in its own flame. Obviously, this quotation, it is applying on teachers. Teachers who play an important and vital role in the student life. Now, come in the next slide. What is happiness? I am audible, teachers?
Sir, you are audible, but you should click on the slide because we are able to see only the first slide. We are able to see only the first slide, sir. Now it is visible.
Now it is visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, it's visible.
Now it is coming?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Coming.
A lamp can only light another lamp when it continues to burn in its own flame. It has given by the Rabindranath Tagore. Now the slide is, what is happiness? Happiness is the fundamental objective of all human effort and activity in all cultures and societies. The study of happiness has long been under the purview of philosophical speculation. There were no proper empirical measures of happiness which made it an area of specialization and uncertainties. Researchers psychologists. However, in recent years, with the development of reliable and valid measures or questionnaires of happiness, here to make significant evolution of the knowledge in the field of happiness and positive psychology. Now, it is increasingly becoming a stated policy goal of government with the gross national happiness of the country rather than its gross domestic product as the primary quantity to be maximized. Next, Professor Ed Diener, who defined subjective well-being also as happiness as subjective well-being satisfaction with life plus affect. Subjective well-being, high positive emotion plus low negative emotion plus high satisfaction, high life satisfaction. A happy person is someone who is frequently cheerful, only occasionally sad, and generally satisfied with his or her life. Now in the next slide, if you'll see, do what makes you happy. Aim high, never give up, make a difference, believe, work hard, have fun, choose joy, be awesome, and today enjoy the adventure, be patient, be brave, be kind, do something good, encourage others, take chance, smile, dream big, learn something new, and make new memories. So these are the tips which make you happy. Here, one quote, it has been given by our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Teaching, which is a very noble profession, and that saves the character, caliber, and future of an individual. If the people remember me as a good teacher, that will be the biggest honor for me. This quotation, it has been given by our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Next, discover what makes you happy. Obviously, the things which make us happy, and if any teacher is not happy, any problem, whatever he or she has, then he or she can't give his or her full effort in the class. Obviously, it is correct. If the teacher is happy, teacher mind is fully happy, then he or she can give full attention to provide his or her knowledge to the students. Here, every teacher must know about herself or himself. Obviously, to make happy or as a happy teacher, every teacher must know about herself or himself. What are his or her qualities he or she should know. Self-awareness is important because when we have a better understanding of ourselves and we can experience ourselves as unique and separate individuals, we are then empowered to make changes and to build on our area of strength as well as identify areas where we would like to make improvement. Obviously, teacher is a learner. Day by day, they are learning. I also the learner. I am learning from small children also. Maybe from him or her, I can learn different things. There is a gap from my generation to present generation. Maybe at the present generation, there is some new thing are there. So we can know or we can learn from a small child also. Because teacher is a learner, means learning time, it is not going to end till the death. Is it correct, teachers? Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everything is correct, going correct?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Correct, sir.
Slide
Yes,
is
sir.
going
It
correct?
is very much
Sir, your-
clear.
Sir, your screen should be little bit towards you, sir, because only your face is coming. So a little bit towards you, sir. Your screen.
Sir, presentation is okay, sir. Present the screen that you are sharing, it is coming perfectly.
Okay. Make a list of things that make you happy and share it with your colleagues and the students so that they know support and understand you well. Obviously, which things it is making you happy, you must share with your colleagues and the students so that they know the support and understand you well. Next, identify your positive and negative emotion, because you only understand what is the positive and what is the negative emotion. It is in you. So do work on your emotion, and an emotionally intelligent teacher can create a happy environment in the classroom. Now, how can you become a happy teacher? Studies show that highly extroverted people, that is, who are more socially outgoing and exhibit more sensitivity to reward, tend to experience higher level of a positive emotion such as joy and enthusiasm even when they are alone. On the other hand, introverted people are prone to experiencing more anxiety, guilt, and depression. So every teacher must work on his or her personality traits that make them a happy teachers. Obviously, teacher they know themselves only. So what are the positive things and what are the negative things they have? They should think over it and root it out the things whatever it is lacking. Next, extrovert teachers make a happy classroom. They can develop their trait in the students and making a vibrant environment of the learning. So most importantly, commitment to be happy, what is required. It is very correct. Commitment to be happy, what is required. क्या जरूरत है जिससे सभी को खुश बनाया जा सके या खुश रहा जा सके. Our father of nation has given one quotation. Obviously, I also believe it. I have always felt that the true textbook of for the teacher or for the people is the teacher. Sorry. You know, teacher is the ideal for the student. They follow the teacher. So, teacher set the example for the student. Just for example, in the morning assembly, it is held. If it is held in our school, if I am coming late in the assembly, if I am joining the assembly late, then how I can say to the student, you are coming late, you are not present in the assembly? Is it correct, teacher? Is it correct? Teacher must say the example to the student. Next, that is happiness a relationship management of teacher student. Here you have seen the picture Tare Jami Pe. That is the bonding of the teacher and the student. You can see the here picture, and you have seen in the film Tare Jami Pe. Happiness is all about how you manage yourself and your relationship with your fellow teachers and the students. Here, some another slide is understanding classroom and staff room. Obviously, positive relationship between teacher and the student. And the points are structural environments, teach with enthusiasm and passion, display a positive attitude, making learning fun, taking interest in the well-being of the students, treat students with respect, and create a secure and safe environment in the classroom. Then only the environment of the classroom, it will more better. And another hand, positive relationship in the staff room. With your colleagues, you should listen their words. Mutual respect must be there with each other. Be trustworthy. Ask question if any question. If any doubt, clarify your doubts. If any doubt you have, you should clarify with your colleagues. Support your colleagues. Offer your help. Respect the boundaries. Celebrate with your colleagues and healthy relations with your superiors. These are the positive relationship of the staff room. Next, the essential for a happy classroom. What is the essential part to make a classroom happy? First, it is a team effort. Second, that is practice mindfulness. Third, teach student kindness and forgiveness. Fourth, it is classroom environment. These are the essential part for a happy classroom, and it depends on the teachers how make it. Now we will explain these points one by one. A team effort. Here you are watching two pictures. Slide is not coming.
No, sir, slide is not, sir, slide.
Slide.
No, sir, we are not.
No, sir, not coming. No, it is visible, sir.
Visible.
Yes, sir. It is visible. Please,
Okay.
other please check their side.
Here, first one, that is team effort. You are watching two pictures, one the kabaddi team and one the cricket team. Due to team effort, India got many medals, gold, bronze, and silver in the kabaddi event, and through team effort, India won World Cup in cricket 1983, 2007 and 2011. So a happy classroom can't be built in a day. It needs sustainable and continuous efforts by all stakeholders. Management and teachers should understand that a happy staff room is essential for a happy classroom. Happy staff room also is essential for a happy classroom. Because when the teacher is going to the class, if his or her mind is free and happy, then he or she can give his or her 100% in the classroom. Next, it is practice mindfulness. Practice mindfulness in the classroom. Mindfulness intervention can help students reduce their stress, anxiety, and create positive emotion. For that purpose, for that exercise, meditation, it is more effective part. Next, that is teach student kindness and forgiveness. You know, teacher is the nation builder. Teacher always gives support to the student. Teacher make student a good citizen for the good citizen. So teach student kindness and forgiveness. Teach student kindness and forgiveness. The best way to spread kindness is to be kind yourself at first. Teachers who use kind words are polite, respectful, patient, and well-mannered. Have students who emulate them. We at school must empathize and practice empathy and compassion at all levels, which will help us to feel what another is experiencing and can be incredibly helpful on the path to forgiveness, learning to happiness. Next, classroom environment. Develop a classroom environment to foster creativity, openness, and respect for all. We teacher, we should give chance to every student, especially the last bencher students, to say something what you are teaching, means what is the, you should get the feedback from there also. Then classroom environment, it will good. As a social teacher, social science teacher, generally I am using, while teaching my subject, I am relating the surrounding. Then a student can learn properly, a student can memorize all the topic I am teaching them. So in other subject also, many subject experts are with us, so they know how to make the environment good for their subject, and it is our responsibility. And then here two quotation is there. One quotation, it was given by first black president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela. History will judge us by the difference we make in the everyday lives of children. It is very correct. Another quotation, it has been given by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. The problem is not to lack of resource and capability, but the lack of will. If your will or we teachers will is there to give our 100% to the teacher, and obviously every teacher, they want to give 100% to the students, then it create a happy environment or create a happy classroom. Another, how happiness in the classroom enhance the teaching learning process. Happier students work better, healthier, do well in assessments, and are generally more successful. School leaders, parents, and you, if focusing on students, happiness, detract from serious learning, all could be wrong. The evidence also shows that schools that work on developing students' well-being not only have happier students, but that they do better academically and their behavior improves at the same time. Here some classroom rules are there. Be honest and responsible. Use kind words. Listen and follow directions. Raise your hand to speak. Treat others with respect. Keep your area clean. Work hard and play safely. Be brave and try new things. Learn from mistakes. Make thoughtful decisions. Do your best and believe in yourselves. So these are the classroom rules, and we teachers must cultivate these in the students, because the teachers who play an important and vital role in the life of the students. Another quotation, it has been given by Albert Howard. The teacher is the one who gets the most out of the lesson, and the true teacher is the learner. In the very beginning, I have told The teacher is a learner till the death. Because everybody is a learner, like teacher. Day by day we are learning. Learning time, it is not going to end anywhere. I have passed the master, I have done the PhD, I have done the more subject and 3-4 subject, for many subjects we have completed my masters and doctorate. But many things, not only the book is knowledge, but also the different area we can learn many things day by day. Next, the tips of the happiness. Model realization, manage your energy, be kind to yourself and be kind to yourself. Next, model realization, stress, struggle and failure is all part of life. Teaching, which is certainly no different. So use those teachable moments to talk with students about how you overcome those challenges. Means with students, we should know, we should give the tips how, whatever the problem they are facing, what are the challenges they are facing, how they will come out from the challenge. If being realized is something that is difficult for you, then you may notice it's also hard for the student. Students see through words that you yourself can't live up to. If you tell them not to be hard on themselves, but then beat yourself up for a field lesson in front of them, even if it just means you are signing and acting a bit happy. So then you better check yourself. Students learn way more from your action than your words. Next, manage your energy. See these pictures, high energy and the low energy. Obviously, the low battery and high battery, full charge battery, you can understand. Dr. Stapler articulated this one so nicely. We often think we have to excite and high energy all the time, but modeling low energy positive emotion like calm is absolutely critical for the student. Understanding balance of the emotion, and this one can be helped by doing some mindfulness in the classroom activities found here only. Next, that is to kind to yourself. Focus on self-compassion over self-criticism. Self-criticism, which is so tempting for us recovering perfection, but it will wreak havoc on your students' ability to learn in your classroom. They will stop talking and taking risk and stepping out of their comfort zone. Fourth of all, they may also develop their inner critic instead of building their inner cheerleaders. Need to work on this one. Be kind to others. This one come down to classroom culture. If you want students to treat each other with respect and kindness, then we must make sure that we are modeling kindness and respect as well. Check that you are treating students with respect and love. One great resource is the teaching with love and logic, which will help you discipline with calmness and respect while staying consistent and firm. Check for local workshops on the method as well, and it is a winner for sure. Once management is in check and respect is the norm in your classroom, you can encourage and recognize students. Being kind to each other is genuine. Ways. I absolutely love that others are beginning to see the connection between wholehearted teaching and the student success. One quotation it has been given by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose: life losses half its interest if there is no struggle, if there are no risks to be taken. Obviously, it is very correct, very true. Life losses half its interest if there is no struggle, if there is no risk to be taken. If we are not taking any risk, if there is no any struggle, then we can't get success easily. Let's start a movement together of the teachers who love their jobs, who love their lives, who are positives, who are whole take risk and fail forward, get real grow continually, take time for themselves, know and own their needs, and thrive in their teacher lives. Thereafter, ways to create a happy classroom. A classroom should be a space where happiness takes precedence, where children are always met with a smile and with positivity. It is a space where their well-being is as important as their academic achievements. So how can we create one? Some points are there. How it will be: providing support, celebrating achievement and success, teaching self-confidence, building positive relationship and developing coping skills. First point, providing support. Obviously, creating a support network can help to build happiness in the classroom, from friends, from family, and the adults within the schools. Children soon realize that they have important people to turn to when they need them, feeling lonely, and with now here to turn can do much to damage a child's mental health and well-being. By creating a classroom with a clear support system in the place, children's overall happiness and confidence can increase if we will provide support emotionally also. It is not easy for all children to understand how to support others. within the classroom. Either it is a skill that needs to be explicitly taught to some. Working together to establish what that support looks like within your classroom can help those who struggle with the aspect of personal relationship and confirm your expectation to the rest. To make them social, provide support, how they will learn learn to make social, we must give them tasks where they can take help from each other, like the project work, like the project work. Any project we can give, different topic we can give to the students, which enhance their knowledge. They can share the knowledge to each other. We can make the group 5 students or 10 students and provide one topic, and they can share their views and make the project. Celebrating achievement and the success. Celebrating individual or the group achievements can do much to enhance the happiness in your classroom. Studies have shown that reward and the recognition can go a long way to boosting people's confidence and morale. When we achieve our goals, our brain sends message to our body to say, "Well done, you." We release neurotransmitters such as the serotonins, the happy chemicals, and dopamine, the motivation and the reward chemicals, which help us to feel great. Next, teaching self-confidence means maybe any problem the student they have. It is the duty of the teachers to teach the student, and by their teaching, students can get the self-confidence. Whatever the result they are getting, that is not the big matter. Their self-confidence, it must be high. Then day by day, they can increase their percentage. If they will get their self-confidence, they can do better. And obviously, they can bring pride movement for us. For many of us, it is a learned skill that improves with age, experience, and practice. Sorry. A happy classroom embraces with journey and provides opportunities for children to learn this skill in their own time, with the support of those around them. Next, building positive relationship. Having positive relationship with the peers and adults within the school can do much when creating a happy classroom. Sadly, not all children have such positive relationship outside of school. So providing a consistently happy, positive environment within it can contribute heavily to their overall happiness. Developing coping skills. Obviously, life is not fair. Decision and the situation rise up and are out of our immediate control. Obviously, from 2020, we are suffering from the COVID-19 pandemic situation. It is many times it is out of our control. Condition, it is out of our control. So children and adults can find this one of the life's toughest lesson. Every condition provide us the lesson. So and we teachers, we have our duty is to make the student how they will cope up in the any trouble condition if they are facing. What is in our control, however, is how we cope and react when times get tough. And in order to feel happy, we need to feel in control. If children develop core strategies early on and they can apply them throughout their life and adapt them to suit any situation, and if we were able to teach children to understand their emotion as well as how their body may feel and react during times of stress, they will be able to identify what they need to do, feel better. I am audible? Properly audible, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are getting you. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, some coping skills will you can see in your screen. 9 ways to handle big emotion. Get a drink, means plenty of water when you are in stress. You should drink water. Color or draw. Exercise. Count slowly. Talk and adult. Means obviously in your family, grandfather is there, grandmother is there. If you talk with them, they will get the valuable suggestion to you. Take a break. Any work you are doing continuously, if you are taking break, then you can recharge. 5 deep breaths, listen to music, and read a book. These are the coping skills and 9 ways to handle big emotion. It is very important, and every teacher should use every teacher should provide this coping skill to the student, so they can also manage or handle their emotion through this. Next, a good teacher as a doctor who heals ignorance and an artist who inspires creativity. When someone asks why anyone would ever become a teacher, why it's worth it, every job has its ups and downs, but not every job can change a life, because we are the teachers. Teachers profession, it is very respectable profession. So, as a teacher, we or in the teacher life, there is the many ups and downs. And as a teacher, we are the nation builders, and we make our students a good citizen. At last, I want to conclude my session with a quotation which has been given by Swami Vivekananda. उठो, जागो, और जब तक लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति न हो जाए तब तक मत रुको. So this quotation, it has been given by Swami Vivekananda. So as a teacher, we must provide our 100% to the students, make our country and make our student a good citizen. And it is our work for the society. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful session. I request Prem sir to proceed.
Yes, thank you, Principal Sir, and thank you, Dinesh Chakravarti Sir. Sir, really, today's session is so informative. Today, we learned so many things from this session, and today's sessions also, that means what, so meaningful for school administration. It's really so informative. Okay, now I would like to call Vivek Mishra sir to explain the key points of today's evening session. So, Vivek Mishra sir, are you hearing me? Yes, sir.
Be a productive one, and there are ways. First and foremost is that we know about our colleagues. Sir has enlisted certain is responsible for a happy classroom, like team effort, practicing mindfulness, which can be done by exercising and meditation, kindness and forgiveness, which are the best ways to create and nurture happiness. To teach kindness is to be kind in the first place. Classroom environment can boost the focus. This can be done by teaching process in the sense that happens with another. Tips for happiness. First one was resilience. Past life and one must face failures. Be able to progress in a drastically unhampered manner. Manage energy was the second tip. Energy can boost our performance. Very beautifully, the importance of prioritizing on being self-compassionate to being self-critical. The fourth point was even more interesting. We read what we sow, and thus in order to foster mutual respect, we must be kind and teach kindness. So postulated ways to create happy classrooms, providing support. It really matters a lot when we have someone to turn to in crisis, and so do students. The second was celebrating achievement and success. Reward and recognition boost confidence. They release happy feeling hormones like dopamine, which is necessary in progress. The third way was teaching confidence. Confidence will help them brave the world. The fourth tip was building positive relationships. As noticed earlier, right network we build around ourselves help us embark on a journey of success. Way was coping skills. Handling worldly affairs can contribute significantly to our happiness. He also enumerated 9 ways to cope with one's emotions. The conclusion was even more wonderful. One of the famous quotations from the Kathopanishad. Jagrata prapya varani bodhata. Arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached. All these takeaways the nail. It was sufficient to happiness in a progressive individual student creating a great nation.
Thank you, Vivek Misra sir. Now, I would invite Mr. Amar sir to give word of thanks for today's evening session. Amar sir, are you hearing me?
Yes, of course, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Honorable Principal Sir, Vice Principal Ma'am, and all Degree 5 teachers, a warm good evening to all in one. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, fine.
Please continue.
So today we heard about one of the great and versatile personality of our school, Mr. Dinesh Chakrabarti sir. And of course, yes, happiness is the building blocks of our life. No one likes sorrowness. Today's topic was quite important and informative for all the living being. That is, a happy teacher can create a happy classroom. Once again, of course, yes, teacher is a national builder. So it is mandatory to forget about the personal problem before entering the classroom. The session was quite effective. Presentation was quite good. A teacher burn and light others. I would like to thank Prem sir for welcoming the resource person, Mr. Dinesh Chakrabarti sir. I would also like to thank Vivek sir for the key points in a great manner. I would to thank head of the institution, our principal sir, for organizing such a training session. Thanks to the resource person, Mr. Dinesh Chakrabarti sir, and all the participants. Thank you very much. Hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And lastly,
And once again, I would like to say, I'm also happy because after all the CBSE duties, I came here at my home in Jamshedpur. So I'm happy.
here. Lastly, I would like to thank once again to our resource person, Mr. Dinesh Chakrabarti sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your wonderful ideas on the importance of happy teachers, how the happy teachers make the classroom active and classroom happy. If the teachers are not happy, they cannot give their 100%, and as a result, the children will not get the 100%. So the session was very wonderful. Thank you once again. And at the last, I would like to thank all the participants for being with us till the last. Today, I couldn't be there in the morning session because of some personal reason. But I missed the session. I called Firoz sir and took the inquiry about the session. And now I am able to join the session and I am feeling very happy because ultimately the team is performing and we have to be there to motivate each and every teacher, because behind one session, the teacher who is preparing the presentation, they are giving their many days and many nights. So we can respect them by giving our presence in the session. So tomorrow is the last day for the session. I request all the teachers to give their active participation and make this 6 days sessions of in-house training a big success. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Principal sir.
All the teachers. Listen. All the teachers listen. Tomorrow 2 session is there. First, that is it is by the Mantosh sir in from 11 to 12. Second session it is by Nidhi ma'am. Now time it has slight change. Now the timing it is 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So kindly join. And thank you, support me to hear me today on 1 hour for this session. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.